man, this guy. Not only does he make some of the most condescending and slimy content that you will ever see, but he actually calls himself a men's advocate and claims to want to help men. However, every single thing that he does, from the words that he chooses, the way that he speaks about men, and the stances that he takes.
If we're going to talk about prejudice against women, then don't we have to also talk about prejudice against men? And the answer is no, we don't.
This is why male feminists are so cringe, and why I would never date one or sleep with one.
My understanding is she demands 100% of your paycheck every week.
Yes.
Which is around $2,100.
Yes.
And gives you $25 a week back.
Yes.
Is that accurate, Ms. Tate?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Excuse me, where's the father? He's a deadbeat bum with no job, no career, no nothing going on for himself, and a loser. I'll be the man that steps up. My Sierra prayer has been answered. What's your cash app?
She goes, why don't you just sleep around like I've been doing for the last few years? It's made me way happier than any marriage ever could. I'm sitting here like, that was the worst possible answer. She goes, I just hit my 500th body. And I'm sitting here like...
Hello there fellas, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're gonna see how men feminists are not even liked by women. Let's see what we got here today.
Oh boy, do we have a dark one today, boys, because we are diving into the absolute clusterfuck that is the world of self-proclaimed male feminists and so-called allies to women.
And cis-heteronormative view of what a man's identity is. It's what creates the massive entitlement problem that incels have.
And when using the words like cis, already just no one cares about them, what he is trying to say. Your opinions, your thoughts are irrelevant by that point.
The need to always avoid criticism has made for generations of men that are fragile to criticism and deeply incurious.
Oh my god, man, this guy. Not only does he make some of the most condescending and slimy content that you will ever see, but he actually calls himself a men's advocate and claims to want to help men. However, every single thing that he does, from the words that he chooses, the way that he speaks about men, and the stances that he takes.
If we're going to talk about prejudice against women, then don't we have to also talk about prejudice against men? And the answer is no, we don't.
Huh?
Talking about a restaurant hostess with a black eye. But more grotesque than this off-color joke is his justification. And I love their company far more than I enjoy the company of men.
You can clearly tell that he is only repelling men and simply wants to pander to women.
I wanted to talk about this because I am a man who sits when I pee. Let me explain it to you fellas. Oh no!
Wow. How can you even say that? You sit while you pee? I mean, some things could be kept. I think that should be private information, man. Like, I'm sure your wife doesn't even want to know that.
And so Captain Soy over here clearly has an ulterior motive, since he deliberately manipulates stories and data in such a way to make men seem far worse, even to go as far as to make the victim sound like the bad guy, like he did in this story.
The juvenile underage father who got his babysitter pregnant and was forced to pay child support?
Do you hear how he just said that? As if some irresponsible dude got his babysitter pregnant, right? Well, in reality, it was a 12-year-old boy who got raped by his 16-year-old babysitter and is now ordered to pay her child support. That is an insane situation, and he just skips past all of that to jump straight into why it's such a good thing that the boy has to pay.
And the reason is that for decades, men have tried to commit fraud in court by claiming the conception was illegitimate. That's not misandry or matriarchy. That is the fair consequence of men's crappy behavior.
You know what? You have the right to remain stupid, boy.
What the f is wrong with you, bro? How can you claim to be a men's advocate when this is how you tell stories about men being victims? So the guy who can't seem to shut up about empathy and respecting a woman's feelings and her experience, and who claims to be a feminist ally, is allegedly responsible for dozens of his female followers feeling so unsafe they had to delete their TikTok, and some even had to get medical assistance.
Some of the women who have come forward to me have expressed that they have PTSD symptoms. And I can attest to that to at least some degree, because when he came for me, I was heavily pregnant at the time, and the stress of what he put me through and his followers and his associates, the comments on my body and on my children, that was enough to give me preeclampsia.
Which has ultimately resulted in 2 women feeling unsafe within a community where one of our biggest priorities is making sure that women do feel safe.
But he didn't stop there. In other videos that people put up in support of me, he's on their channel calling me a grape apologist. A grape apologist, someone who was victimized at 13. He has no care for women.
I mean, talk about a true snake oil salesman. So again, this guy does not give a shit about reaching men.
No, we don't.
And from the looks of things, I don't even think he actually cares about women, other than farming their adoration to feed his ego.
I like women. I want more of them to be around me.
This is why male feminists are so cringe, and why I would never date one or sleep with one. A woman leaving her tribe happened all the time. Probably means that she's self-aware and just doesn't hate men. And she just doesn't want to change her own tire, thank you very much. But a man turning against other men? Bro, it goes against evolutionary psychology on every level. Because when that proverbial lion comes to get us all, ain't no way a single man who's been outcasted from the tribe is going to be able to defend your ass. All the other men are going to say, cool, bro, you do you. And let's see what cave the lady ends up in that night. No matter what the ladies tell you, they don't want an agreeable man and they don't want an overly emotional man. End of story.
My understanding is she demands 100% of your paycheck every week.
Yes.
Which is around $2,100.
Yes.
And gives you $25 a week back.
Yes.
Is that accurate, Ms. Tate?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Can you explain why it is you're comfortable keeping him on such a short leash?
Well, I am comfortable with keeping him on a short leash because of the things that he likes to do with his money. We don't have a community pot. The community pot is right here in my pocket. He go catch his check, he come home, and he brings it to me. What I feel like he needs, he gets it at that point in time. He has recreational habits that I don't concur, so therefore he gets what I give him to spend.
Woo! Woo!
And
you've been doing this for 4 years?
Yes.
Do you care about how he feels at all?
I sure does. I do care about how he feels, but I also care how my household is ran and where the hard work and money goes.
That's the life of those guys, man. They're simping around, doing everything for the woman. But you know, she's just saving it to go out. If she finds the next guy who's better, she's leaving him and taking all that money. We know that.
Excuse me, where's the father? He's a deadbeat bum with no job, no career, no nothing going on for himself and a loser. I'll be the man that steps up. My Sierra prayer has been answered. What's your cash app? $boymom265. I'm putting all your kids in private school. No more public school. They all going to private school. And my baby daddy thought nobody would want me and my 4 kids. What else they need? A place to stay. We about to get evicted. We behind on rent. That's 6 months of your rent already paid. I don't have to live there. It's fine. To all the men on the street, this is a man. Yo, Shang, we need diapers. They've been pooping on themselves for a minute. You good? You want chicken nugget? No, he only eat at Noble, so we can go there. Can you put them on your will? I'm putting on my will right now. All your kids. Oh my God, I just struck dumbass gold. Wait, do you have kids? No. I don't got no kids of my own. Oh, thank God, because that would have been a deal breaker. I'm ready to step up. That's what a man does. You got that right.
I really think that's the mentality of those guys or male feminists who just wants to treat or keep women on this pedestal like there's something special. They're not. They're just using you guys. I just don't know what they feel about them that makes this woman so special. There's nothing special about modern woman.
Just out of nowhere, last couple years, I'm a male feminist. I've always championed women. No, you haven't. You haven't. This shit came out and scared. You did something. You grabbed some. What the fuck did you do that you have to overcorrect that hard? What kind of a man who still has his balls is walking around saying that he's a male feminist? I'm a male feminist. I totally see the way you see the world. It's impossible as a man who was raised right. To be a feminist.
Real men versus Roma men.
Oh.
This is a real man.
Excuse me, pick up your jacket. Oh God, my boss is such a
Roma
fucking
man.
dick. I cannot stand him. Fucking stand him at all.
Nice tattoo. Okay. They fold their clothes. Real men. real men drink shitty beer? Okay. Oh, and my men. I'm sorry, you think real men walk in the house and throw their shit on the floor and then give death glares to their wives who ask them to pick it up? I'm sorry, you think Roma men come in looking like women because, why, they're women because they fold their clothes? Sir, you have a whole ass hoe tattoo on your stomach talking about being a real man. Real men don't drink that brand of beer. I'm pretty sure my auntie drinks that brand of beer, first of all. And judging by your kitchen, it looks like you could use some of my men in there to clean it up.
I wish all men were feminists like you.
All right, here's that check for you, sir. Second of all, how dare you assume that because I'm a man that I'm going to be paying for this whole dinner? Women are fully capable of paying for themselves.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to split the bill between you two then?
Actually, why don't we do this so we can really drive this point home for you, because you're giving me very misogynistic vibes right now. Leave the entire bill, and she will pay for the entire thing because she is a strong, independent woman who does not need a man to provide for her. As a feminist woman, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, I guess.
In that case, here's the check, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, this is expensive.
Oh, you got it.
Are you gonna help me?
Absolutely not. As a feminist man, I don't want to imply that you can't defend yourself just because you're a woman.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Relationship. As a feminist woman, wouldn't you agree with that?
Alright. This. I'm dating a conservative.
Would you rather marry a guy who is rich, buys you a ton of fancy shit like Birkins, brings you on dope trips, but cheats on you? Or marry a broke dude who can't buy you shit and he doesn't cheat?
The second one does not cheat.
No, he don't cheat. He loves you. Like, literally, he sends you flowers on the most random days with little teddy bears that are holding like a tiny balloon.
I'm gonna say the first guy. And here's why. Here's why.
This is why the red pill community exists.
She didn't even have to ask the second option when he mentioned that it's a rich guy who cheats. She already wanted him. That's the woman these days.
Are you letting him smash on the first date?
No, because I'm not that easy.
What do you mean you're not that easy?
I don't let them hit the first night.
What if it was an NBA player?
I mean,
You would let
a
him.
lifetime thing. Because I'm not that easy.
She goes, why don't you just sleep around like I've been doing for the last few years? It's made me way happier than any marriage ever could. I'm sitting here like, that was the worst possible answer. Like, Jesus Christ. Then it gets crazier. She goes, I finally hit a milestone this weekend that I've been working towards since I decided to start doing this. She goes, I just hit my 500th body. And I'm sitting here like, holy, you've slept with 500 people. Like, I thought I was the type of person that didn't care about body count, but when I heard 500, I didn't even graduate with 500 people. That's like trying to, like, collect STDs, like you're trying to fill out a Pokedex. Like, gotta catch them all. She continues sliding over to me, puts her hand on my shoulder, rubs, like, it down my arm, and she goes, I can make you forget all about her. And I'm sitting here like, God damn it. Like, yes, but no. No. The server's cleaning a table next to me. Like, I wanted to grab the sanitizer and be like, no, and spray her with it. And like my arm at that point.
Wow, guys, this is exactly why you want to know the backstory on the woman that you're interested in. Because she can look like your type, but not be your type. So stay informed, guys, because you don't want to be guy number 501.
Remember, when you pulled up on Figueroa Street, you said you would pay me $200 if I buck your dick on this live.
I lied. Everything's gonna be okay.
The more you know. Ladies, you guys tell me all the time that men are extremely dangerous. But when we offer you money to do weird, odd things, that part of the brain that's like danger just like stops working. It's very weird. This lady was promised money with no guarantee and went along with the little game with this streamer. I just don't get it. Mad bad, but money. I'll do whatever you say. That's kind of wild. I know I'm not just going to do anything for some random person I met for some money. That's kind of crazy.
Asking me, like, a lot of dudes been asking me, like, in my DMs, like, oh, bro, like, how do you find such a beautiful woman? How do you find the love of your life? You know what I'm saying? I'm having trouble finding relationships and this and that and that. And, bro, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to realize that you need to stop thinking up here and start thinking down here. All right? And why I'm telling you that is because that's the advice that was told to me, and it worked out just fine for me. Instead of going for the 10s and the models and all this, I went for a 5. Okay. And sometimes a 5 isn't that bad, bro. Honestly, it matches your, you know what I'm saying, size. See what I'm saying? So it even works out even better because a 5 will accept that. So look, bro, at the end of the day, you got to stop thinking that you're worth more than what you really are, bro. You got to go with what's even to you. So you don't get disappointed when she leave you for a bigger one. You get what I'm saying? So you got to go sometimes for the ugly ones. You know what I'm saying? Because then they ain't going to, they going to cook for you. They ain't going to ever cheat on you. They going to love you and they going to treat you right because they know you ain't going nowhere either. So you know what I'm saying? You got to just know that it's okay to go and lower your standards sometimes. You need to lower them. All right. Take that from a guy who's had a 10-year relationship. Okay. It's worked out just fine for me. I may not have the baddest or the prettiest or the thickest, but I got
what is wrong with you?
Hold on, I'm spitting right now. I got what I wanted, y'all. Okay, look, she ain't all that, but it works out.
I'm gonna slap you with 5 fingers. Talking about 5s.
She looked like she was born with 6 fingers, but you know what I'm saying.
After our first date, we went like on some little walk by the pond, real cute. And the next day, he sent me like a full spa care package. For what?
Like what?
I ain't gonna hold y'all. A spa care package. I'm talking about like facials, deep stone massage, everything after one date. That right there is a red flag to me now. Like when people start giving you big packages and big presents like so early on, that's a red flag. That's the beginning of love bombing.
A few moments later.
What if he's not attractive but wants to spoil? Close your eyes, girl. Get you some wrong prescription contact lenses and stick them in there. Everything is a blur, baby.
You can go back to, say, the Victorian era, and men used to treat women with an extreme amount of deference because the generations living then remembered a time when the world was a lot more difficult than people now remember it being. So the physical inequality between men and women was emphasized because the world was a much more difficult place. Men took a paternalistic and patriarchal view on how women should be treated, and women wanted men to take that. They wanted to be safe. They wanted to be provided for. They wanted to make sure their children were safe, and men did what they could. Now, men have won. They, you know, the fact we've got aeroplanes flying overhead and the fact that we're not about to be invaded is the victory of Western man. Then for some reason women decided, okay, well, I'm not afraid anymore. I want what you have. You don't do the things that we do, so you can't have what we have. But men just want women to be happy. They want them to love them. They want their approval. And so if gaining women's approval means pretending women are equal to men or, you know, saying this, that, and the other, whatever it is, they'll do it. And it's completely taken men off of the throne that they sat on. This throne was never imposed by authority, actually. It's imposed by consent. And the second women withdrew their consent for the man to be on that throne, the throne collapses and the men are just standing around and going, okay, well, I guess I'll just play video games and drink beer all day and smoke weed. And if you don't need me, I won't do anything. Because that's really the whole raison d'etre of being a man, just to be needed by someone else. And it's always been women.
That was very well said. Like you said it perfectly. Now, sometimes this kind of video generates a comment. And of course, that's not in this comment section, but I find it somewhere else where they will argue back like it was back then, those men, the real men. The current men would not go to war or do all that stuff like that guy mentioned. Well, because the current women aren't worth it. Why would he risk his life for the society that hates men? You guys don't understand that. You just think, you just compare with the older guys. Older guys had good women. They had family. They wanted to support and protect that family. The current men don't have that family and they really don't have any desire to protect this country or society that hates them. And just when they are in struggle with a war with someone, they want men to step up. Men, get the fuck out of here.
Are you the manager here?
Yeah.
May I please have your name?
No.
Can you spell it for me?
N-O. Okay?
I can't do this anymore.
You what?
This shrimp chimichurri, it's not that good. It's losing its flavor. I don't know why I keep ordering it.
I know. You've never liked it.
But if I am being honest, this just isn't working.
Seriously?
The Wi-Fi, I've been trying to connect for like 10 minutes. I'm getting nothing.
Okay.
I do feel like I need some time to work on myself.
Wait, are you really doing this right
I
now?
have not gotten to the gym in, I don't know, 2 weeks now?
I mean, I think you look great, but yeah, if you want to go, go.
Baby, it's not you, it's me. That smell that you're smelling, it's actually me. I forgot to put on deodorant.
Thanks.
Did we, just put this up yet, or?
I'm sorry, what?
A check. I can cover the whole thing. Yeah, just, yeah.
Alright. Okay, you know what? Sorry. Maybe I'm a little bit paranoid here, but I feel like every time something happens.
Did it end yet?
What?
The happy hour drink special. Did it end?
No, dude, it's still going on.
I hate you.
Oh, you hate me?
For wearing that dress at dinner. You know how much I love blue.
Are you kidding me right now?
Okay, we need to go our separate ways.
Okay, you're messing with me.
Well, yeah, see, because you took the 96 here, and I took the 5, and I don't know, I feel like your way is always faster.
Why do you have a map at dinner?
I want to beat you home for once.
That's weird.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I want you out of my life.
You want me out of your life?
It's my breakfast, and every morning you put your little hands in it. I don't go into your eggs, dude.
My dad died a couple days ago. I was wondering if somebody could, like, Photoshop wings. My dad died a couple days ago.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment your opinions in the comment section below. Here are some more videos you can choose to watch. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.